As the world progresses and advances technologically, straying humans further away from nature on an unprecedented rate, there are a small percentage of people who still live and rely on nature to provide food and resources that are detrimental to their survival. These people, whether known as the first settlers of the land or a distinct minority of society with minimal technology and a down-to-earth way of life, normally in communities. These are referred to as indigenous people. Given that indigenous communities are a distinct minority, most of them have faced issues of corporate expansions, tourism, government infrastructure and other projects that affect them in the worst way possible, destroying their main source of life-sustaining necessities. Today, we will look into the indigenous people located here in Thailand called Mani people. Mani, also known as Sakai, are an ethnic group located here in Thailand. Note that calling them Sakai is inappropriate, since Sakai means slave. They have their own language, Tonga, culture, and no alphabet. They are facing extinction, and currently their total population is about 300. In Thailand, the Mani people are commonly referred to as forest people or Ngok Pa. The Mani people only congregate up to around 20 to 30 members in a clan, with various clans around. The various clans are widely distributed in the jungles of southern Thailand. There are still many groups of Mani in Khao Bantat, Sankalagiri mountains, and in the forest of Thungwa, Manan, and Latmu district of Satun province. They are the original Negrotos who moved with other Africans like Andamanese of India, Atus of the Philippines, Semans of Malaysia to their present residence in Thailand around 25,000 years ago. Normally, Mani people live a semi-normative lifestyle, which means settling in a place that has food and water, then migrating to other places when they run out of these resources. When it comes to the belief system of the Mani people, it is quite hard to determine what they believe in. It is said that rather than practicing religion, Mani people are spiritual and believe in animism, meaning they believe in natural objects possessing souls and spirits. This is seen especially during a time where there is a sick or deceased member of the tribe. They believe that evil spirits reside within the area they are located in when a sick member of their clan is not able to get better after treatment. This belief is further explained by the attributes of medicine, since to the Mani people, medicine is the tool to drive away evil spirits. As for the topic of death, the Mani people cremate the body along with their worldly possessions. This is due to their belief of two types of death, real death and unreal death. The former explains that if the bones of the deceased remained, that signifies that the person who passed away is wandering around as an evil spirit, while the latter explains that if there are no remains of the deceased person, it meant that the spirit of the person has found a way back to their mother in Wan. Given the explanation, we can see why they opt to cremate, then bury, or just leaving a corpse for nature to run its course on. Mani people face lack of human rights such as access to food and freedom. Many of them don't have ID cards, which limit all the state and medical services. For example, their land is directly affected by the local tourism industry. As their residents became local attractions, they were forced to move out. Tourism also commoditizes the Mani people, considering them as selling points to draw tourists in. The Mani people are not allowed to improve their quality of life, such as having a ceramic roof instead of a straw roof, or living in a bigger area, because of tourist officers need them to keep a low profile with their traditional lifestyle, so that outsiders feel pity for them and give donations. In the past, the Mani people also have faced enslavement by the Malaysian sultans. There was even a notion that it was once regarded as prestigious to keep Negritos in their yards as part of collections of amusing jungle beings. Though this would later be ratified by the King of Siam, King Chulalongkorn Rama V, who visited the southern regions of his country and met with the Semang people. In 1906, an orphan Semang boy who was taken in and named Ka Nung and sent to the royal court, where he was perceived as the adopted son of the ruler. From this event, it has led to the patronage of the Semang people by the royal court. Given that it is not uncommon to see people ridicule a person who looks, sounds, and dresses differently from them, or at least gasp air in amazement, especially when it comes to the Mani people, who are ethnically very different from what an ordinary Asian looks. We need to learn to live with one another despite the diverse subjective ethnicity. With that said, not only do we need to live together in peace, but we should also help each other out, in respect to the indigenous communities and the majority of the country. For instance, the government should give priority to the way of life of its indigenous inhabitants first over tourism or any other monetary projects. A proper foundation recognized internationally should be set up, of which it monitors the activities of the forest with regards to cutting down trees and destroying the ecosystem, and helping the indigenous communities to grow and assist them in legal battles against corporations or the government. The Mani people will need all of our understanding of them to help keep them around, living happily side by side with us, and it is only we, the ordinary people, who can help achieve that goal.